Hi everyone, I'm Lourdes Galang. Welcome to Healing for Your Soul, where you start your healing journey with God. So, in today's video, again, I'll be sharing with you a snippet of one of the ebooks that I have created, which is Healing Your Finances. Okay. So if you want to order this ebook, just click the link on the description box below, or you can follow the instruction that's showing on your screen. I've got three ebooks that I have created, and I created it in a bundle pack. You can buy it for 500 pesos. So let's take a look at the snippet of the ebook that I have written sa Healing Your Finances. Okay, so we're going to discuss about the moment of awakening. Ayan. So, i-visualize nyo na lang 'to, okay? Medyo may pa-konting ano tayo, pa-story time tayo dito. Maria sat at her dining table surrounded by bills, unopened envelopes, and a heart full of quiet panic. Her husband was asleep, her kids were finally settled for the night, but her mind was spinning. Lord, how did I get here? She whispered through tears. I tithe, I pray, I work hard. So why does it still feel like I'm drowning? In that sacred stillness, she felt the Lord's whisper, I cannot heal what you continue to hide. Can you relate? Ako ilang beses na na-experience ko yung ganito. Kasi kapag ikaw yung nagba-budget or ikaw yung nagha-handle ng finances sa marriage or sa family ninyo 'no, siyempre ikaw yung nakakaalam ng mga bills na kailangan bayaran, yung mga unopened envelopes kung may mga loans, tapos parang ayaw mo ng makita kung magkano pa yung sinisingil sa'yo or what. And andun yung nagpa-panic ka inside pero hindi mo mai-share sa husband mo, hindi mo masabi sa mga anak mo, yung hindi mo kaya magpakatotoo na, my gosh, nalulunod ka na sa debts, nalulunod ka na overwhelmed ka na sa dami ng mga bills na kailangan bayaran, and then yung budget ninyo or yung pera ninyo as husband and wife, kung kasama mo pa si husband or kung hindi mo nakasama, mag-isa ka na lang. Parang paano mo haharapin? Ako yung mga unopened envelopes kapag nakaka-receive ako nun ng bill namin sa Meralco or sa water, parang ayokong tignan. Lalo na yung sa Meralco bill namin, grabe, parang every month nasa 16, 17, 18,000, minsan umabot pa ng 19,000, na parang ayoko na lang siyang tignan, ayoko na lang isipin na this month ito yung babayaran. Sobrang heavy, sobrang nakaka-panic attack talaga 'no kapag gano'n. Kung wala lang talaga si Lord, sobrang ano 'yun, anxiety, panic attack, malala talaga, gano'n. Now those words pierced her heart not as a condemnation but as an invitation, because healing always begins with honesty. So, for many of us, wives, moms, women of faith, we are used to keeping everything together. Totoo 'to, 'di ba? I've experienced it for such a long time, and siguro pride ko na din 'yun na I wanted to keep everything together kasi parang gusto kong ipakita kay husband nung time na magkasama kami na, "Ay, kaya ko 'to." 'Di ba? Since ako yung nag-volunteer or ako yung nagsabi na mas magaling ako sa budgeting, mas kaya kong ayusin yung finances natin, and plus because I felt that I was the one providing at that time. So I felt like I can do this, gano'n. Kaya ko 'to. I'm a super mom, I'm a super woman, ganyan. We are nurturers, managers, multitaskers, and givers. But when it comes to money, so often we live in quiet denial, carrying silent fears we never say out loud. Ganito rin ba yung na-experience ninyo? We tell ourselves, "I'll figure it out later," or "Next month will be better." I'm sure merong mga iba sa'tin na gano'n. Ako, this is me before talaga when I was still with my husband, na minsan may mga babayarin na, but I'll keep it to myself. In my own mind, iniisip ko, paano ko gagawan 'to ng paraan ng hindi ko kailangan sabihin sa kanya. Hindi sa I don't want to bother him, pero kasi nagiging experience ko, mga sis, kapag sinasabi ko kay husband noon, nagiging source yan ng pag-aaway. And then I went into that. Parang naging automatic na sa'kin na 'pag sinabi ko 'to, ako pa rin naman ang gagawa ng paraan. So, what's the point para sabihin ko pa, ba't ko pa sasabihin sa kanya ta's pag-aawayan lang namin, magiging issue lang ulit. So, sarilinin ko na lang. Kumbaga ayusin ko na lang on my own, and then 'yun nga, yung next month will be better, you keep on hoping and hoping and hoping that next month will be better hanggang sa patong-patong-patong na malulunod ka na talaga dun sa nagkapatong-patong na financial problem or financial situation. But later never seems to come. 'Di ba? Ganun yung nangyayari. Nagkakanta patong-patong na nga at parang yung sinasabi mong next month will be better, parang hindi. Mas lalo siya nagiging worst, worst, pa-worst ng pa-worst ng pa-worst. And yet, God cannot heal what we will not reveal. Kung hindi talaga natin i-expose kay Lord, kung hindi natin nilalapit kay Lord, paano nga ba natin hihingan ng tulong? Paano natin sabihin kay Lord na, "Lord, please help me," kung hindi natin i-reveal or hindi natin i-expose at lalatag talaga kay Lord, 'di ba? Facing the truth about your finances is not about shame. It's about stewardship and surrender. Yun yung kailangan nating maintindihan kasi yung enemy, ibo-bombard tayo ng mga lies na nakakahiya ka, ano ba yung financial situation mo, bakit ganyan? Tapos lalapit ka kay Lord, hihingi ka ng tulong. That's shame coming from the enemy. Those are lies. Now, when we face the truth and when we really, lay everything down to the Lord, yung financial situation natin, that's stewardship and surrender. From our end, we are acknowledging that the Lord is the one who can fix our financial situation. And it's also not about judgment. It's about freedom and alignment. We are set free from the condemnation of the enemy, from the lies of the enemy na nakakahiya tayo na, ay, ano ba yan, hindi mo kaya ayusin yung finances mo. Kasi yun talaga yun eh, hindi natin talaga kaya ayusin yung financial situation natin and we really have to give it to God kasi the Lord is our ultimate provider. The Lord sees everything that's happening in our finances. And it's also our way of realigning our hearts, realigning our minds to the Lord na, Lord, ayusin mo kung ano yung dapat mong ayusin sa akin, sa heart ko, sa mind ko when it comes to finances and make me a good steward. You cannot move forward in financial healing until you see the reality of where you are, emotionally and spiritually. Kasi financial struggles are not just about money, okay? They are symptoms of deeper issues like yung beliefs mo, yung habits, yung wounds, and fears that God wants to address lovingly. So, for us to be able to move forward in our financial healing, we really have to see asa na ba tayo emotionally and spiritually, what is really going on in our financial situation, the way how we think about money, yung mga financial habits natin, ano yung mga beliefs natin when it comes to money, and also the fears that we have. Na sometimes hindi natin alam, we're not aware na ang dami pala nating fears when it comes to money, di ba? When it comes to our finances. So, we really have to give it to the Lord. So, if you want to continue reading more of this healing for your finances, you can purchase the ebook. Just follow how you can purchase it. If you also want to purchase the 3 ebooks that I have written along with this ebook, you can purchase it for just 500 pesos. And you can follow the instructions or see the link on the description box below. So I pray na na-bless kayo sa ating diniscuss today when it comes to healing our finances. And again, this is Lourdes Galang. Remember, there is healing for your soul. God is close to the brokenhearted. So I'll see you on the next video.